Does. Okay, we're going back to the Velvet Room. So far, we only got to see one new thing. That's from
About time you've come to.
that wasn't the
On your feet,
previous
inmate.
game
Our master wishes to speak with
or
you.
the original.
It's for your own sake that you take his words
But
to
I'm pretty
heart.
sure there's gonna be more on the way.
First off, let us celebrate our reunion. Oh, you've awakened to your powers, and special ones at that. Your rehabilitation can finally begin.
My powers?
There is no need to understand it all for the time being. You will be training the power of persona, which you have awakened to. Personas are, in other words, a mask, an armor of the heart when confronting worldly matters. I have high expectations for you.
It's showing my concern, but I mean, what does he mean?
There is no need to worry. You will learn when the time comes.
But I didn't sign up for this new.
By the by, have you come to appreciate the Metaverse Navigator? Using it will allow you to come and go between reality and palaces.
Palaces?
I bestowed it to you as a means to train you as a thief.
The Metaverse Navigator is a gift from our master. You better take care in using it, inmate.
Devote yourself to your training so that you may become a fine thief.
It must be disheartening to make use of the Metaverse Navigator alone. Should there be others who would prove beneficial to you, I will grant it to them as well. This is all for you to grow as a most excellent thief.
Huh, it's time. Go back and enjoy whatever rest you might have.
Oh, it's dang. I like that. I like how the calendar moves. It does the weather effect too. I swear the audio's like 30 frames behind. That's annoying.
Seriously? What's going on?
This is
Look,
new.
isn't that her?
You mean that one with the red ribbon? I guess so.
Oh, that's her.
She's so thin. It's not fair. I've got my hair in a ponytail too.
Okay, and what's that got to do with being thin?
Please, take my seat. My station's coming up.
Are you sure? Oh, then.
Oh!
Oh, wow, what speed. I mean, excuse me, that seat was for this lady.
Oh wow. You want me to wake him up for you?
It's all right. I can understand his position as well. I'm sorry I couldn't be any help.
It's all right, dearie. Don't you worry.
Please allow me to carry your luggage at least.
Thank you. Ain't it heavy, though?
Not at all. I train plenty. Pardon me. Thank you so much for earlier.
With what?
For speaking up when I offered my seat on the train. You're a second year at Shujin Academy, correct? I'm a first year there myself. Thanking you totally slipped my mind back on the train, and I didn't want to be rude to my senpai. Please excuse me.
Okay. So that was new. Definitely not in the original.
Class is starting. What's the answer?
Oh shoot. Let me look at the answer because I thought it would be the same as what? Okay, hold on. So it's a 12. Villains. That's the answer.
This is it.
Correct.
We can't use the Theseus quite yet because we haven't met Morgana. Or we haven't got Morgana in the real world yet. That's what I meant. Apparently he's the source of all of our guys. Man, I don't like having all level 1 social stats. It was a huge hassle and a huge obstacle to overcome when you're trying to max out your confidants. But we gotta do that again. So this time around, I have a better idea what stats I'm gonna prioritize and try to level up, and what I should like not focus on as much because confidence will help me get through them. They're already talking about the honor student. Her name is Kazumi, I'm pretty sure.
Hey there, Takamaki. Things have been pretty dangerous lately with all those accidents.
Sorry, I have a photo shoot today. It's for the special summer issue, so I can't afford to miss it.
Hey now, being a model's fine and dandy, but don't work your pretty little self to the bone. You mentioned you weren't feeling well, right? Something about appendicitis?
Yes, I keep planning to go to the hospital, but I've been too busy. Sorry to worry you.
You must be lonely too. I feel bad for keeping your best friend at practice so often. Oh, and be careful around that transfer student. He's got a criminal record after all. If something were to happen
I'm
to
right
you-
behind you.
Thank you. Please excuse me.
Yeah.
I just realized that we never get to see Kamoshida after we complete this palace. And last time, and as you guys should know from my last playthrough, I made that girl Takamaki or my girlfriend in that playthrough. So I wonder how he reacted if he if he find that out.
I want to talk about that castle from yesterday. I tried telling myself it was all just a dream, but I couldn't do it. I can't act like nothing happened. It's all connected to that bastard Kamoshida, after all. I want to find out what's up with that place, no matter what. And you know, you're the only person I can rely on for this stuff, so... You in?
Sure, what's next?
Nice! Okay, glad we're in this together. I think we should just try and retrace our steps from yesterday. In the meantime, you're walking to the station, right? Let's go together. Let me know if you notice any other weird buildings on the way. If a huge castle like that really exists, I'm sure we'll find it in no time. When did they build something like that, though?
It wasn't built.
We walked that way from here, right?
Maybe.
When you put it that way, I'm not so sure anymore. All right, this way. Let me know if you notice something. Huh? We're at school. There wasn't anything out of place along the way, right? I didn't see no castle either. We must have made a wrong turn somewhere. Let's try again.
So I want to go home.
Come on, you gotta stick with me to the end. let's go. For real? Is it smaller than we think it is? What do you think?
Check your phone.
I
Use
already
the
did
app.
that. I didn't see anything like it around here. Huh? Phone. Hey, that reminds me. Didn't you have a navigation app thingy on back then?
Navigation app?
I don't know if it was or not, but I heard stuff that sounded like one coming from your phone. You know, didn't it say stuff like returned to the real world or something like that? Let me see your phone for a bit.
You just snatched out of my hand.
What's this eyeball looking thing?
Cute logo, huh?
That's not how I'd describe it. What a weird app. Oh, wait, this is it! I knew it! It is a navigation app! There's even your search history! Oh man, I'm such a genius! Let's try using it.
I don't know about this.
Why? All we're doing is starting an app.
Kamoshida. Shujin Academy. Pervert. Castle. Beginning navigation.
There we go! And then we went in a certain direction and... Hey, what are you... Huh? What the hell?
We're getting into the palace now.
Look! It's the castle from yesterday! It made it back. That means what happened yesterday was for real too. Yeah, those clothes! That happened last time too, huh? What's with that outfit?
You jelly?
I ain't jealous.
You sure
What's
sound
going
like
on
it.
here? This makes no effing sense at all.
Hey! Stop making a commotion.
You?
The shadows started acting up, so I came here wondering what it could be. To think you guys would come back to the entrance when you barely managed to escape.
What is this place? Is it the school?
That's right.
But it's a castle!
This castle is the school, but only to this castle's ruler.
The castle's ruler?
I think you called him Kamoshida? It's how his distorted heart views the school.
Kamoshida? Distorted? Explain it in a way that makes sense!
I shouldn't have expected a moron to get it.
What did you say? What was that?
It must be the slaves captive here.
For real? Oh shit, it's for real! We saw other guys held captive here yesterday. I'm pretty sure they're from our school.
Most likely on Kamoshida's orders. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's like that every day here. What's more, you two escaped yesterday. He must have lost his temper quite a bit.
That son of a bitch!
Ryuji?
This is bullshit! You hear me, Kamoshida?!
Doing that isn't going to open it, you know. Still, it seems you have your reasons.
Hey, Mona!
It's Morgana!
Do you know where those voices are coming from?
You want me to take you to them? Well, I guess I could guide you there. But only if he comes with us.
Let's go.
It's settled then.
For real? Thanks, man.
Alright, let's do this. Follow me! This is our infiltration point.
Ain't that where we escaped out of last time?
That's right.
Not barging in through the entrance is one of the basics of phantom thievery.
How are we supposed to know about that stuff?
I'll make sure to teach you as we go. Come on, follow me.
So, sorry for dragging you into all of this. But I just can't forgive that bastard Kamoshida doing whatever the hell he wants. Really though, thanks for coming along. I owe you big time.
He just went from like, grr, and then so happy.
Man, this place is as creepy as always.
Mm-hmm. Now make sure you do exactly as I say, alright? Follow me.
What the?
Let's go.
Instead of just explaining the condition of the world, so what we're doing right now, we're basically, what we're in right now, we're basically in the alternate version of how one person with a distorted desire thinks of what the place is. So in this case, this is Kamoshita's world.
Shoot.
And he
I
thinks
had a feeling there would be guards here.
And he thinks he's the king of the school.
Looks like we're going to have to start
and he rules the
fighting our
place
way
like
forward.
it's his castle.
Oh boy. I'll just teach you the basics of battle for now. You'd better not forget all of this. Always try to ambush enemies instead of rushing everywhere headlong. Attack from behind whenever you can. You'll need to rip their masks off to momentarily break the control that the palace ruler has over them. If you succeed, your opponent will be caught off guard, allowing us to jump in for a preemptive attack.
Yep.
So, we want to get the jump on him and make the first strike. Okay, got it.
You know you're just going to be watching, right? You don't have a persona. But anyway, let's go.
You'll have one soon, though.
Show me your true form.
Oh, they changed the song.
Go!
Not bad.
Use wind to hit its weak point. Girl, show your might! Yeah! Victory!
All right. Experience? He's got money out of that. Okay. We can't use third vision right now because we haven't unlocked it.
Why ain't anyone here? Damn it! They were here before! Where'd they go?
Quiet down.
Oh yeah, there were more of them further in too.
They might have been transferred already.
Oh crap, I can hear footsteps coming. Lots of them.
It would be a problem if they discovered us now. Hey, let's head into that room. We should be able to hide in there until they leave.
So this is a safe room, so this is basically where you can recover and save. And fast travel.
The shadows probably won't come in here.
How can you tell?
There's a lack of distortion here, meaning the ruler's control over this area is weak.
Is this a classroom?
Now do you understand? This place is another reality that the ruler's heart projects.
This is Kamoshida's reality? Ugh, shit makes no sense at all.
One could say it's a world in which one's distorted desires have materialized. I call such a place a palace.
A palace?
This is happening because he thinks the school is his own castle.
So, it became like this because he just thought of it like that? That son of a bitch!
You must really hate this Kamoshida guy.
Hate doesn't even cover how I feel. Everything is that asshole's fault!
I don't know what happened between you two, but don't let your emotions get the better of you. His lackeys are everywhere inside. You're curious about your outfit, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm curious as hell about it too.
That's also because of this world.
More stuff that makes no sense.
Anything distorts according to how a ruler pleases within his palace. A school can turn into a castle like this, after all. In order to prevent such distortions, one must hold a powerful will of rebellion. Your appearance is a manifestation of that. It's the image of rebellion that you hold within.
Man, how painful the start of this game is.
I'm more curious about you than his clothes. What the hell are you anyways?
I'm a human. An honest-to-God human.
No, you're obviously more like a cat.
This is, well, it's because I lost my true form.
Oh, really?
I think.
You think?
But I do know how to regain my true form. The reason why I snuck in here was for a preliminary investigation of those means. Well, I ended up getting caught, though. Besides, I've been tortured by Kamoshida too. I'm gonna make him pay for sure.
What is this, a comic book? This is seriously crazy.
If we're gonna keep going, we should hurry along. I'll be counting on your skills this time too, rookie. Got it?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna force it all on you. I thought it might help, so... I brought this just in case. It's a model gun, though, so it only makes sounds.
It is more guns.
That's a toy!
But it looks totally real, so it'll at least fake him out. Oh, I brought some medicine, too. You know what they say, providing is something. Huh? Huh?
So you were planning this from the start. Well, fine. If you're ready to go, we'll resume our infiltration.
Alright. We get our first gun. And I heard guns are a lot more viable
Still sentries making their rounds out there
than they were in the previous game.
Let's use this time to hash out our current situation.
Save rooms, yes. You can save in here. You can heal and do whatever you want. And
let's do it.
No consequences, because when you're infiltrating Palace, you cannot save, and if you die, you're gonna go back to the previous safe room that you were in, basically where you last saved.
Okay, let's go. Oh, there's a guard on duty here. The way to the training hall should be just beyond those bars.
So, what are we gonna do? Do we gotta fight it?
Seems like it. Just don't let it notice you beforehand. If it does, the palace's security level will rise.
Yep.
And what do we do if that happens? Run away?
Well, the security level will go back down if we can beat more enemies without getting noticed.
That sounds, complicated.
Fine. I'll put together some info about the security level. This is crucial to successful palace infiltration. So make sure you actually read it, okay?
So, obviously we're set up at 0. And if it goes over 100%, then you basically get kicked out of the palace and you fail. There. That's how it works. Oh, we can't hide quite yet. We haven't learned that ability. So it doesn't matter if the shadows can see your allies. If those they don't see you,
show me
you'll
your
be
true
okay.
form.
All right. These flowers are weak to fire, but we do not have anybody that can use fire, so we're just gonna have to fight them with the old-fashioned way.
Finish it.
Persona!
Yep. We don't have control of Morgana quite yet. So we're just gonna have to let him do whatever he wants.
Let's go. Go down. Persona!
Please. We are gonna get an ally that has his weakness, powers I had that it's weak to, really soon. So you don't have to worry about having to fight you guys head on, or okay. Straight for it. What the? We're already at 40? Wait, when did you get caught? Oh, so you guys...
Hey.
So you start with every palace at 40%. Okay. That's actually something new. I mean... It's really easy to get by from a palace and not without having to reach 100% security.
Have you seen anyone who looks like an intruder? No. Nobody yet.
So, like, reaching 100% is probably never going to happen in your case. As long as
I had
you...
a feeling there would be a lot of enemies.
As long as you're careful.
It'd be
And
impossible
go for
to dodge all
ambushes.
of them.
Then
Which is
what do
really
we do?
beneficial
Should
for
we
you
try
anyways.
and take him down like before?
It's not that simple. We still have a long way to go, so we should be conserving energy.
I see. Sorry. Damn it. I wish I could fight. I'd at least be able to help out a little bit. But all I got is this toy from earlier. Such a loser.
Huh? Do you mean that gun?
Yeah, it looks real and all, but doesn't shoot anything.
I see. Well, there is a way. Okay, we'll use that to take down the enemies.
What? Were you listening to me? It don't even shoot pellets.
Don't worry, I'm sure this'll work. Attack away, frizzy hair.
Leave it to me.
Dude, I keep saying it's not gonna fire anything.
Yes, it will. We'll make it work.
You have the gun with you, right? Point it at a shadow and fire.
Yep, now we have access to another source of attacks, which are guns. So, will we use it? Yep.
How about that? Surprised? There are plenty of instances where rapid fire is going to be more useful than swinging your knife. Of course, you can run out of ammo, but using it all up does more good than letting it collect dust.
Shit. So this is what they changed. So, in the previous game, you have, I think, 2, maybe 3 magazines of gun for each gun that you have for every character. But it says right here, your ammunition will be restored after the battle. So instead of after each infiltration, it gets restored after each battle, which is a huge upgrade from the last game. Like, oh my god, trying to go through a palace without having ammo is a big pain in the butt.
All right, I'll show you my weapon too.
Yep, Morgana has a slingshot. How do you do more damage than I do?
For real?
Yep. Yep, we're economy the world, so things that's taken to be real becomes.
Listen to this.
So.
Let's get them.
So rather having 2 pouches per.
Our ammo's replenished. Go on, dump it into the enemy.
Rather having 2 magazines for an entire infiltration route of a palace, you get one magazine per battle, which is a massive upgrade. Forgetfulness.
That's not good.
Wow, they're already hitting us with stats limits? Okay.
Nice.
Alright, we can now choose
What do you want to do?
Direct commands, yes.
Yep.
Now we have complete control of what Morgana does, and I'm gonna definitely do that from here on out because
A guard. I'm pretty sure that's where we need to be going
first
to.
we can learn how to do an all-out
You guys gonna
attack
take it
on
down
this.
again?
I guess that's our only choice. But wait, this might be a good time. Okay, I've decided. I'm gonna teach you two a special way to fight enemies.
I'll pass.
Something like that. Let's go. Listen, there's a distinct flow to battles. Let me show you. After all, seeing is something. First, knock down all the enemies. Everything starts at that crucial step.
Okay, when you hit opponents with their weakness or a critical move, they'll get knocked down like this. Sit on the ground.
Alright,
Now you go for all-out
let's
attack.
rush on in for an all-out attack.
First triangle, this what happens. Epic finisher move right there.
Now I'm even more charming. That went really well. You're definitely fit for this.
What was that super move thing you just did?
I told you, it's called an all-out attack. If you manage to knock all the enemies down, you might be able to use it to beat them all at once.
Yeah, that was over quick.
It's a concentrated attack on defenseless enemies, after all. Now, as I mentioned before, I want you to be the head of our command. You can decide when we use this.
That's too much trouble.
Wouldn't it be more trouble defeating them individually? Just accept your new role with grace.
Yeah, so...
Strike the enemy's weakness, knock them all down, then do an all-out attack.
In that case, is,
That's the
we only
ideal
have
pattern.
one enemy. But for it to be able to do all that attacks, you have to knock down all the enemies, and they all have to be standing at once. Not standing down at once.
Yes!
At the same time.
Yeah.
Wow, what the? Oh, okay, so I was like, I'm sure this is a little bit different.
Whoa! Damn it! This is bullshit!
How many times do I have to tell you to keep your voice down?
But this is beyond messed up! How do I open this?
Stop it! Leave us alone. It's useless.
Huh?
If we stay obedient, we won't be executed like you guys.
You're telling me you want to stay in a place like this?
Wait a minute. Were you planning on taking these guys out of here?
We can't just leave them here.
How stupid can you be?
They're not real.
What?
These are only humans in Kamoshida's cognition. They aren't real humans that have entered from reality. They're different from you two.
Cognition?
It means there's no point in saving them. They're different from the real ones in the real world. You could say that these are extremely similar looking dolls.
Yep, you can say that.
Why's it gotta be so complicated?
It ain't that
The
complicated!
school's a castle, and the students are slaves. It's so on point that it makes me laugh. This really is the inside of that asshole's head.
Still, this is horrible. It must mean he treats them as slaves in the real world, too.
In the real world, too? Wait, I know these guys. They're members of the volleyball team, the one Kamoshida coaches for.
They must be physically abused every day. There's no way they'd be so beat up normally.
Don't tell me. They're going through similar shit in reality?
Most likely. I mean, this proves that Kamoshida thinks of them as slaves.
So it might be for real. I heard that Kamoshida's using physical punishment. They're just rumors, but if they're true, wouldn't this be something to report to the police? I'll use these guys as evidence. If it all goes well, we can take down that asshole Kamoshida. Huh? It's not working. We can use the navigation app, but the camera's a no-go?
A navigation app?
That's what we used to come here. What about yours?
Same deal.
Whatever you do is fine, but we're gonna get caught if we stand around like this. We need to head back.
Hang on a sec. There's no other way. I'll just memorize their faces before going home. Let's go!
Check the sales around here. Ready for water. I mean, they could have just got this sawed off the schedule, you know?
Hey!
Yep, all we gotta do is check out these sales. No, okay, now that's torture right there.
Come on, man.
Yeah, if he's trying to memorize them,
What are your thoughts?
I mean, it should be the idea of like, this guy's an abusive coach, and we need to expose him. Now, it doesn't really matter who's he exposing specifically, because he's exposing them all, or hurting them all.
What?
Yes!
Let's go!
If they know we're here now.
Oh, man.
Alright, up here we're about to
This way!
get another ally.
Ugh, you knaves again? To think you'd make the same mistake again. You're hopeless.
The school ain't your castle! I've memorized their faces real good. You're going down!
It seems it's true when they say barking dogs seldom bite. How far the star runner of the track team has fallen.
What the hell are you getting at?
I speak of the track trader, who acted in violence, ending his teammates' dreams. Oh, I can only imagine the pain of the others who were dragged under with your selfish act.
Track trader?
What a surprise. So you're accompanying him without knowing anything at all. He betrayed his teammates and crushed their hopes. Yet he still carries on as carefree as ever.
That's not true!
What a tragedy.
I believe him.
You blindly trusted this fool, and he's led you right to your death. Hurry up and dispose of them. I can't stand their stench.
God damn it!
Ryuji, move!
So we're surrounded on this situation, so this is what happens if you do not ambush him when you get hit.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you because King Kamoshida told us! I'll
So this
kill
one
him
looks
because
like
that's what he wants!
if you get hit by a shadow. So they all go first. So we can't do anything, so I'm just gonna press options to rush this, so let's go by this.
There's more of them? This is bad.
Yep.
Failure!
This is supposed to happen, so
Can't be.
don't worry, you did not we did not lose.
Oh! Oh! You piece of...
I bet you simply came here on a whim and ended up like this. Isn't that right?
No!
What a worthless piece of trash, getting emotional so quickly. How dare you raise your hand at me? Though it was only temporary, have you forgotten my kindness in supervising track practice?
It wasn't no practice, it was physical abuse! You just didn't like our team!
It was nothing but an eyesore. The only one who needs to achieve results is me. That coach who got fired was hopeless too. Had he not opposed me with a sound argument, I would have settled it with only breaking his star's leg.
What?
Do you need me to deal with your other leg too? The school will call it self-defense anyway.
Damn it. Am I gonna lose again? Not only can I not run anymore, the track team is gone too because of this asshole.
So that's why.
Once these two are dealt with, you're next.
Ryuji!
Stand up for yourself, man.
You're right. Everything that was important to me was taken by him. I'll never get him back.
Stay there and watch. Look on as these hopeless scum die for nothing because they sided with trash like you.
No, that's what you are. All you think about is using people. You're the real scumbag, Kamoshida!
What are you doing? Silence him!
Stop looking down on me with that stupid smile on your face!
Yep, here it is.
You made me wait quite a while. You seek power, correct? Then let us form a pact. Since your name has been disgraced already, why not hoist the flag and wreak havoc? The other you who exists within desires it thus. I am thou, thou art I. There is no turning back. The skull of rebellion is your flag henceforth!
What can you do? Cower in fear and watch!
Yeah, rip that mask off, hurry, man, before he cuts my head off. Alright, we have another ally now.
Oh, this goes well.
Right on. What's up, Persona? This effing rocks! Now that I got this power, it's time for payback! Yo, I'm ready. Bring it!
Don't mock me, you brat!
Blast him away, Captain Kid!
Alright.
What troublemakers that bother King Kamoshida with trifle matters?
Kamoshida's cognition ain't changing, right? Then I'll act like the troublemaker I am. Let's do this, Captain Kid!
Alright. So these black ones, I remember to have weakness to electricity. So I'll say with that.
Go, Captain!
Get rid of them. And I'm not sure, but you may be weak to electricity as well. Oh, you're not. Okay.
Persona.
Wait, but I don't think he's weak to anything else. So I don't think he's bothered. Doing this. What we got?
Persona!
I am a loyal subject of the glorious King Kamoshida. So why have I lost?
Because I'm
It
your
just
dad.
proves that Kamoshida ain't anything special.
Oh, we don't go experience for that.
How about that?
Whoa. So Ryuji had the potential too.
Even if you apologize now, I ain't forgiving you.
I told you that this is my castle. It seems you still don't understand.
Oh, there's on.
What? Takamaki?
Oh! What a meowvelous and beautiful girl!
Of course.
What's going on?
I'm gonna say I'm so jealous.
Now's not the time for that. Damn it. Why is Takamaki here? Hey! Let go of her, you perv!
How many times must I tell you until you understand? This is my castle, a place in which I can do whatever I want. Everyone wishes to be loved by me. That is, everyone besides slow-witted thieves like you.
Takamaki! Say something!
Calm down, Ryuji. It seems that girl isn't the real one. She's the same as those slaves. A being made from Kamoshida's cognition of her.
Are you jealous? Well, I'm not surprised. Women aren't drawn to problematic punks like you.
Damn it!
Clean them up this instant!
We're outnumbered. Let's scram before we get surrounded.
We're not gonna do anything and just run?
Just shop and go, man.
Thank God you've got a level head.
Fine. We'll expose what you really are no matter what. You better be ready for us.
I was beginning to get bored of torturing the ones here. Come at me whenever you want, if you don't care about your life.
Ignore him. Let's go!
He's like, but Takamaki!
Anyways, I don't remember changing into this.
You look like a thug, man.
What the hell? It's much better than your magician-looking one.
Did you find them?
Quiet.
No. Search that way.
So what's going on? I'm completely lost, man.
I told you before, when a Persona user opposes a palace's ruler and becomes a threat to them, this happens. It's to prevent you from being affected by distortions.
Is this a skull?
Your appearance reflects your inner self. It's the rebel that slumbers within. Not that you'll get it.
Nope.
Then stop asking questions and accept what you see for what it is.
Easy for you to say. Wait, we're in deep shit!
I said to be quiet!
We might have gotten away here, but we're still screwed with Kamoshida at the real school.
That's quite sharp of you. For being an idiot. Relax. The Kamoshida in reality can't possibly know about what happens here. A shadow is the true self that is suppressed. A side of one's personality they don't want to see.
So, we're okay?
Did the Kamoshida in reality remember about the execution? There you have it.
Alright. Now that we know that, all we gotta do is...
Wait. I guided you as promised. It's your turn to cooperate with me. That's why I was super nice about teaching you idiots everything.
Huh? Cooperate?
Don't you remember? I originally came here for an investigation. I need to erase the distortion from my body and regain my real form. That's why we must delve deep into mementos and...
Whoa, hold up. What are you going on and on about? We never said anything about helping you out.
Huh? Don't tell me. Are you not going to repay the hospitality I showed you? Especially you. You're going to up and leave, even though you're already part of my master plan?
I mean, I never promised.
See? I wasn't lying.
Is it because I'm not human? Because I'm like a cat? Is that why you're making a fool of me?
Yeah.
Busy. Thanks for everything, Cat. You've got guts being a cat and all. See you around.
Cat got 9 lives, right?
Hey! What the hell? Oh, seriously? Why are you wrapping this up like everything's all hunky-dory? Oh, hell no! Get back here!
No, well, we'll see him again.
You have returned to the real world. Welcome back.
Thank God. We're back. Yeah, I dragged you around a lot, huh? Sorry, man. I'm dead tired. How you holding up?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's impressive. I'm exhausted even though I used to do track. But damn, if what we saw was for real, oh, this is gonna get good. I totally remember the faces of the guys Kamoshida was treating like slaves. Once we make him fess up to any physical abuse, Kamoshida will be done. So, wanna help me look for those guys or any witnesses?
That sounds too difficult.
It'll be cake compared to the monsters we've gone up against till now. Hey, so if you're thinking of laying low because you got a record, I don't think that'll help. Everyone already knows. They totally got you pegged as a criminal.
How'd that happen?
Kamoshida opened his damn mouth.
What did I ever do to this guy?
No one else besides a teacher could have leaked it that fast. It doesn't matter if it's a student or a club. That asshole just wrecks things he doesn't agree with. Just like he did with me. No one will take anything I say seriously. Still, those rumors about him getting physical might be real. And after seeing Kamoshida's distorted heart thing in person, there's no way I can just sit back.
I feel you, but...
You gotta do this! I'll help out too. I'm counting on you. Don't worry, I'm hyped about this too.
Alright. Starting our first confidant here.
Acting as a phantom thief would have been more efficient alone. You could have gone about it that way. However, you did not. There are merits to having associates. That's what you decided. Am I wrong?
I am thou. Thou it shall become with the birth of the chariot persona.
Alright, confidant. I believe we hit...
Oh, right. I haven't eaten anything since lunch. It'd be weird splitting off now, so why don't we grab a bite somewhere?
Sure.
Just follow me. I mean, I totally gotta hear about your past.
So, I believe that in this game in Rogue, we,
What?
There are two
How
more
much shittier can that asshole
two new
get?
confidants that get added into the game. That's not in the original, and these are two brand new characters. It's in the past. He's talking about my incident with that
Are you
drunk
for
man.
real? If it was me, I wouldn't calm down until I punched that dick in the face. So you left your hometown and you're living here now, huh? We might be more alike than I originally thought. You're the first guy that made me think that. I guess it's how we're treated like a pain in the ass by the people around us. Like we don't belong. I did something stupid at school before, too. The place you're living now is in Yongen, right? It's rush hour on the subways. I suggest you kill some time before heading home. What the hell, man? You barely touched your food.
I can do that myself, man.
Just let me do it. I gotta thank you for helping me. Anyways, I got your back like you got mine from tomorrow on. As long as we do something about Kamoshida, I'm sure we'll both feel better about being at school. Oh yeah! Tell me your number. Oh, chat ID too. Just you wait, Kamoshida. We're gonna start right away tomorrow. First, let's hit up those guys that were kept as slaves. The volleyball rally's tomorrow, huh? Shit's recommended by Kamoshida. Makes me want to gag. But thanks to that, we got no classes in the afternoon, and we can walk around unnoticed. Well, I guess we can work out the details tomorrow. Come on, you gotta eat more. There's tons of ginger here. So, about this plan to take down Kamoshida.
What's wrong with his voice? This sounds a lot different than he was.
Ah, right.
He sounds like so noble. Hey, that was Digimon's I catch you.
I haven't been sleeping well lately. Whenever I close my eyes, I keep thinking about too many things.
Shiho.
Nationals are coming up soon, so I keep thinking, should someone like me really be on the starting lineup?
Don't worry. Just be confident in yourself. Your skills have been recognized. It's all because you work harder than anyone else.
Yeah. Volleyball's all I have after all.
More importantly, was that injury okay? It looked really swollen.
No, it's nothing. It's normal. Especially since a meet's coming up.
Sorry to interrupt, Suzui. Mr. Kamoshida told me to get you.
Huh? What does he want?
He didn't say.
It'll be fine. I bet it's a meeting about the starting lineup or something.
Yeah. Well, I better go.
Yep. Good luck!
So, the deal is here, Kamoshida knows that they're best friends.
Hang in there, Shiho.
And he takes, like, full advantage of it.
You're home. I take it you actually went to school today?
Of course.
I guess you learned your lesson after what happened yesterday. As long as you're not getting into trouble, it's fine by me. I don't know what you've been up to, but trust me, you'll be gone if you start causing problems. In case you forgot, your life is not a free one right now.
I'm gonna say nope.
Are you even listening to me? Just stay away from bad influences, okay? Hey, I'm gonna head home for the night. I'll lock the store up. Don't go wandering out.